When the coronavirus pandemic hit Arizona, local business leaders saw an opportunity to help.
We're known for being able to bootstrap, roll up our sleeves, work hard, and execute. And even the spirit of Phoenix since its inception was rising, from the ashes. And so we've had a number of setbacks over our course in time, over our 100 years as a state, but we always rise above those challenges.
F.A.B.R.I.C is a fashion incubator, it's a business accelerator, it's a design studio, it's an academy, and it's a manufacturer all rolled into one. When the pandemic hit and we wanted to pivot and start making reusable isolation gowns and mitigate the PPE shortage,
we knew we had the expertise to source, design, and develop a gown. It was then working on getting the FDA approval that we tackled next.
Put themselves in a position to be incredibly impactful for a healthcare community and frontline worker community that was in massive need. And again, going back to what I said earlier, that's what our community spirit is all about. And the ladies there that I had the chance to meet with, I was just so humbled to hear about their passion, their vision. And I think they are, again, emblematic of who we are as Arizonans.
Over the months that we've been doing this, 9 different organizations have come together to support our efforts and contribute to us being able to acquire all the equipment and FDA certification and ramp up our efforts in our building to be able to mitigate the PPE shortage. So it was a community effort.
One other thing too that was impactful was U of A's testing capacity, as well as ASU's Biodesign Institute with their saliva testing. Testing is such a preeminent need for us to manage through COVID, manage through this pandemic, and seeing our universities step up, and even this week, the governor's support for additional dollars to funnel resources into our university systems to move nimbly into the testing infrastructure. That's something we should be proud of, and Michael Crow and Bobby Robbins and leaders in our state deserve a lot of credit.
As many as 40% or even 50% of people who are transmitting the virus either were pre-symptomatic or asymptomatic. That meant that there were a lot of people out there who were transferring the virus from person to person who didn't even know that they were sick at the time. And the only way to find those people and to prevent them from spreading it is to do some testing. At the time that we developed our test, there was very little testing available. This is not just research for the sake of research, but this is research and effort for the sake of saving people and helping them stay healthy.
Pix Health is a software company based in Tucson. They're helping Medicare patients treat loneliness during the pandemic.
It's more deadly than alcoholism and diabetes put together. And so people are now starting to honestly think about it as like a legitimate chronic condition.
They created a phone app with a robot character named Pixar, who chats with patients and tracks their daily mental health.
This is a very real thing that we ignore, and I wanted to try to fix it from inside of medicine, not outside, right? Like, I didn't want to go direct to consumers. I didn't want them to have to pay for this. We know, particularly in the senior population, that it's very hard to admit that you're lonely because you might be in a house full of people, right? But you feel lonely. Every single day I come in and I hear the stories on the phone, and it's profound. People are suffering. When you have those kind of complex conditions, you have to solve them with scalable solutions. So I knew that technology had to be a part of it. But what's interesting about what we do, because we're talking about loneliness and sadness and depression and anxiety, is that we also knew that there had to be a human component. And so we like to say at PICS that we have the perfect combination between artificial intelligence and human intervention. And because they're together, we have this very interesting solution where we can be scalable and be where people need us, when they need us, in the palm of their hand. Loneliness is killing people at much higher rates than any other chronic condition. I want to have been out there and making people better.
We're very focused on keeping Arizonans healthy and practicing distancing and wearing masks and so forth. There will be a positive day coming.